Hello and welcome. We have a packed show for you today with another Teacher of the Year profile, some opportunities from some of your classmates, and a special message from Dr. Rivera, our superintendent. All that and more after this.
Good morning, Marietta High School. My name is Grant Rivera and I serve as your superintendent. And I join you this morning because I want to talk about the rumor of a potential walkout tomorrow. And before I talk about really how we got to today and what the implications are for tomorrow, I wanted to take a moment just to remind every one of you and really share my heart. This building here at Marietta High School, every classroom, every hallway, every club, every sports team is filled with caring adults who are concerned deeply about what matters to you. And whether it's this moment, whether it's a moment in the future, if it's important to you, if it's important to your family, then it's important to the caring adults across every classroom, every hallway, every sports team. And I want you to know that in this moment, we care about what matters to you. I also want to talk about the last several days and how we got to this morning with you and me together on Good Morning Marietta. This past weekend, several student leaders reached out to Dr. Crumbs and me, and they asked for permission to do a walkout. Immediately we replied, and we met Tuesday morning right as you came back into the building, and we met with student leaders, some other caring adults, counselor, teacher, and we talked to the students about what is important to them. And we acknowledge that the lived realities here in Marietta for students, all 2,500 of you, are different. But yet we care deeply, as I said earlier, about what's important to you now and what's important to your family. So we sat in a room Tuesday and we talked about the difference between a walkout and really doing something that has a more positive, lasting impact on this community. And we allowed the student leaders to brainstorm and share with us what was important to them. And they talked about this idea that families in our community, as each of them has different lived realities, may have needs that, and we have resources that are available here at Marietta High School and our faith-based community through different community organizations. And the question became, how could we lean in and have a long-term positive impact by creating a community-wide event where resources that were available right here at Marietta High School and throughout our community were actually getting in the hands of the families who needed it the most. That was the conversation we've had over the last several days. And our commitment as caring adults who want to empower voice and agency was to really guide students in how they could have a positive, meaningful, long-term impact, as opposed to walking out a building and turning your back on the very people who are committed to keeping you safe, protected, and always, every single day, honoring you and what's important to you. And then yesterday, it came to our attention, completely unrelated to the student leaders who've so thoughtfully been planning something they could do that would have a bigger impact. It came to our attention that there were isolated students, unrelated, who were handing out flyers about a walkout at 10:50 on Friday. So that's really how we got to this morning. A group of student leaders who reached out as they should, asking, wanting to engage, empower their voice, encourage their agency and advocacy, and us working as adults to honor what was important to them so we could have a long-term positive impact across our community. And then we had the distraction of flyers, which was nothing about what the student leaders were leading in this building. So what does that mean, now that we understand how we got here, what does that mean for tomorrow? I want to say to you very clearly, as someone who cares about you, but as someone who's also responsible, just like every other adult in this building, for your safety and your protection. If a student chooses to walk out, there are consequences for your actions. It's no different on a Friday in January than it would be a Friday in September. If you walked out of class and went to Chick-fil-A for lunch and came back, you missed class. There are consequences for actions. And I want every Marietta student to understand that our discipline code of conduct applies not just to tomorrow, but every day. And if there are consequences, if there are actions on your part that require consequences on our part, those consequences will be based on your actions. And what I also want to remind every student today is that there are incredible privileges that we extend to Marietta students. We as caring adults don't want to take any of those privileges away. And I think I'll leave you with this last thought. We care about you. I didn't join you this morning to threaten discipline. I actually joined you this morning to empower your voice and your agency. And if you want to be a part of something, as these student leaders so appropriately did, that has a meaningful, lasting impact, then let's do that together. We talk in this school about what it means to be somebody. Be somebody means honoring your school, honoring yourself, protecting and caring for your community. I challenge every one of you to be somebody in a way that has a lasting, meaningful impact and not turning your back on the very adults in this building who care for you. So understand, going forward in the coming days, I'm here at the high school today. I'll be here tomorrow. There are students who've asked to meet because they want our support in planning something that has a meaningful, lasting impact, like a community event where we share resources. We're here for you today and always. And if that's important to you, you're welcome to reach out to Dr. Crumbs, to me, directly through your teachers. It's easy to find us. We're here for you today and always. And I trust that in this moment, now and in the future, you'll remember what it means to be a Marietta Blue Devil. You'll remember what it means to be somebody. We'll remember what it means not to turn our back on the caring adults in this building who love you and care about what's important to you, both here at school and at home. We're here to support and empower you. I trust you'll make the right decision. I trust you will allow us to help you have the most meaningful long-term impact. Students, we're here for you today and always. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your respect. And thank you for always honoring what it means to be somebody.
Thank you, Dr. Rivera. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us this morning.
You know, we are very fortunate to have such thoughtful and caring leaders in our school district.
Yes, leaders who hire the absolute best teachers.
Excellent segue, sir. One of those excellent teachers is our last finalist for Marietta High School Teacher of the Year.
Let's take a closer look at Miss Elizabeth Berry.
My name's Elizabeth Berry. I teach Spanish. I also teach the IB internship course, and I work with the IB students with their CAS requirements, community engagement, and language and cultural studies. And I've been teaching for 17 years. The students come from everywhere at Marietta. Every language, every ethnicity, culture. And so when I teach them about Spanish language and culture, they have to make comparisons to their own. So I love hearing their stories, hearing their holidays, their foods, their celebrations. They also keep me young because they're always teaching me about what is cool and what is not cool, and they keep me on my feet. And there was one senior last year, and during her IB senior showcase, she was able to reflect that she was that student that was like, I don't know if I can do this, Miss Berry. I'm not in any clubs. I don't do any service. But because of IB, she put herself out there. She started a club. She found what she was passionate about, and she got into her dream university. And that her reflection was just like, that's exactly what it's all about. And so I will always remember that. It's not about what you don't know, it's about what you do know. And it goes back to that IB mentality about taking a risk taker. It's like, it's okay if you don't know it, but try to figure it out a different way. And so when they take their assessments, I'm always repeating that to them. It's not about what you don't know, it's about what you do know. Show off, basically. Show me what you know. I'm not the teacher I am without other teachers. I learned everything from teachers who went to this school. I graduated from Marietta High School. Some of them are still here, and I wouldn't be the teacher I am without them.
Good morning,
Have a
Marietta.
good morning, Marietta.